that rhythm.
Or here, let's get it on. That's what I always think of.
Oh, I was thinking let's get it on um, is Ultimate Fighting. Maybe
No.
it's not Ultimate Fighting. Maybe it's something else.
It's recording. Do you give consent to be recorded?
I just consented. Yes, I'm consenting. Do you want me to give the rest of the cast for Family Stone?
Oh no, we're okay with that. Okay, let's start. Oh, actually, I didn't think about it, but let's start with Indiana Comic-Con, the recent guest announcements.
Welcome
They hit us with some big ones right off the bat.
I'm your host, Chris, and your other host, Chris. Yes, you're correct.
Oh, you were doing the intro because
I was doing the intro because you skipped it.
It's all good. I just kind of didn't think about it. Okay, so we'll start with the the Indie Comic Con announced a few celebrities to start. It's like their first round. I know them all. So you got, I guess not Tom Welling. Tom Welling, he's from Smallville and Lucifer.
Yeah, see, I don't.
I watched both of those, but I have no idea who he is. Like, I'm going to look it up and be like, oh, who was he in Lucifer?
I gotta see who. Hold on, I'm gonna pull this.
Oh, he was that guy in Lucifer.
Oh, actually, there is. I do know most of them. He's the only one I don't know who he is.
Mm-hmm. Of course, Will Wheaton, from Star Trek.
Wheaton.
Then you got Zach Levi, Shazam, Chuck, Tangled, however those things. Anthony Daniels needs no introduction. C-3PO himself.
C-3PO.
Mm-hmm. You got John Schneider, the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, Bo Duke.
Your man, Lee Majors.
My man, Lee Majors.
Let's hope he's cheaper. You better get your money back from him.
I'm gonna go ask him for my money back if he's cheaper.
They haven't released prices yet. I was just looking.
And Lindsay Wagner, the Bionic.
And then Lindsay Wagner from $6 Million Man and Bionic Woman.
The Bionic Woman.
And then they announced some panelists, and it's all people that I think have been here before. They all look familiar.
I don't even know who these people are.
They are I hate to use the word influencer, but
holy shit, are you kidding me?
But yeah, that's
Chippy
Indie Comic Con started with some
Chismo 10, Ches Aiden, and Queen Astria. What are they?
They're all I don't know. The ones I've clicked on have said TikTok, so I'm guessing they're all TikTok.
Two are from TikTok. This is what we're going to at Comic Cons now, are freaking TikTokers. They should be at the PopCon, not Comic Con. Whoever's in charge of Indiana Comic Con is really doing a shitty job. I'm just going to say right now.
They don't offer enough money probably for the big names, but we're not big enough to get the big names either.
That's bullshit. Come on. But Columbus can get big names, in Louisville, and come on, that's the capital of the state. We should be able to.
It's the crossroads of America. Who doesn't come here?
Well, I think you know what I think the problem is they compete too with Indie PopCon.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's an issue.
I think another issue is they always pick the wrong weekend to do it. Because I remember, I think it was one year they went up against Dragon Con, and then another year they went up against another con, and it's Indie Comic Con. People are going to rather go to Dragon Con because that's legitimately all of downtown Atlanta is taken over by Dragon Con.
I wonder if it's because the convention center gets used so much for other stuff. But you would think that would be for other cities as well.
Well, maybe. If you think about the cons or conventions that go on in Indianapolis, this is probably one of the smaller ones. The largest board game convention in the world happens in Indiana.
See, that's where they're getting screwed, I think. I think that August slot would be best for Comic-Con.
It would be, but they can't compete against. There's no way they could. Indianapolis makes too much money off of Gen Con. They would not.
Oh, I know that. I'm just saying, I think they've missed the boat on.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Indie PopCon is in June.
I legit think that they need to stop moving around the days. They need to keep it where it's at.
March.
March, April. That's where it needs to stay because I like it in that time. It's not too cold. It's not too warm. It's right there, the perfect time.
Yeah,
It's right before the movie
yeah.
season kicks off. It's right, it's right at the drought of the video game season.
Yeah, you're right. It's right before the summer blockbuster.
Yeah. And I don't know many cons that go on in March that they could compete. Would have to compete against.
I don't think so either. I mean, a lot of stuff goes on. I don't get because I went to that small con up in Chicago. Why aren't they getting like the horror people? They're cheap, not cheap. It's inexpensive experience for fans. And
I think it's
do
because
they
of
do they not want that genre as part of their con?
because it's Indiana Comic Con. They want more of the nerds, the video game, the Comic Con, the comics, the
The
nerd.
anime and
Yeah, they want that. They want that fan base. They don't care. The horror fan base, they don't care about. Let's be honest.
yeah, exactly. Let's be honest. I agree 100%. I mean, the first announcement of celebrities was pretty impressive.
Yeah,
I look for
those
Anthony
are
Daniels to be the most expensive. He'll probably be $150.
no. I think Zach Levi would be.
You think?
He's the biggest name there, or
Then Anthony Daniels?
right now I think Zach Levi is
Nah.
the biggest name there.
No. Yeah, every dork in the born from the
And
60s and 70s to the 90s.
One thing that Comic Con, this Indie Comic Con usually does is have shows there. So you got Will Wheaton, so maybe we'll have more Star Trek people there with Anthony Daniels. We got 2 Smallville actors. We got both the $6 million band people. So maybe we're going to have a lot of DC people with Zachary Levi. Maybe oh my God, if Jason Momoa comes.
Yeah, he's too expensive. Those are like $450 people. Those are the ones that go to C2E2.
But think about it. That's what Indie Comic Con always does. They have like batches of people so that you can do the the deal with all the you can get a picture with all the Star Trek people for $100.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I would say that Anthony Daniels would be the most expensive.
My money's on Zachary Levi, but we don't know who they haven't announced yet, so we can always.
This is true. The Will Wheaton. I hope Will Wheaton has a panel, like a Q&A session.
Can I slap him?
Why would you slap Will Wheaton?
Can I announce him as my mortal enemy?
What are you, Sheldon?
Speaking of Sheldon, I've been watching Young Sheldon, me and Kimberly, where the episode we just watched was he went to the private school for like a day and came back.
Oh, okay.
And oh my, I texted you this. And I told Kimberly about this. It's like the show makes me emotional because there's so many like sweet moments.
There are a lot of sweet moments in the show.
Like even the first episode where he takes his glove off to hold his dad's hand, I was like, oh, that's so sweet, and I teared up a little bit.
As it gets through, like he has moments with his sister, and it's really sweet.
I think the teachers are hilarious. They were all sitting around the table drinking whiskey because he came back.
They hate Sheldon because he's smarter than them. Now, why can't we have those people? Why can't we have people, Big Bang people, or Young Sheldon people, or Ghostbuster people, or you know what I mean? We always have old people. We never have anybody, and I've got nothing against the old people, but we never have anybody. I mean, Zachary Levi is modern. He's the only one. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Will Wheaton is.
Like, why aren't we having new Game of Thrones people?
We haven't had a Game of Thrones people since we had the guy that played Hodor and Arya Stark herself come.
Right. No, we had. Didn't we have the Hound for something?
I think he came to that same year that everybody else came.
And Orlando is getting for their MegaCon in Orlando. They're getting the Stranger Things people, which we have had 2 Stranger Things people.
You can either go to Orlando or Indianapolis. Where are you going?
Orlando.
Exactly. You answered your own question.
I thought you meant like me going to a con.
If you were a celebrity, where would you go? Would you go to Orlando with more
Oh,
people?
of course I would go to Orlando. That's where
Exactly.
Disneyland is.
Exactly.
So no, Indiana can't compete with other. I'm just saying. We had Millie Bobby Brown before she blew up, and David Harbour. Are
And
the only two?
we had Arya Stark when she was young.
Right.
We had the entire Star Trek cast here. Next Generation.
Yeah, that nobody cares about that.
That was a big deal. we had the Emperor himself, Emperor Palpatine. We had Shatner.
Yeah, but Shatner goes everywhere. He's just a money whore.
Well, I know that's like the Ranger that died. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, Jason David Frank. Yeah. But I hear Shatner, like somebody was complaining because he doesn't make eye contact or interact with people with autographs. He just signs autographs. And
I heard about that, yeah.
did you read this thing?
No, I heard about it, but I didn't look into it any. I was
he basically he said that he's there to sign autographs for people and sign as many autographs as possible because his lines are always super long. If you want to ask me a question, ask it in the Q&A session. But people want to take pictures with him and they want to so I can get their autographs. So that's why he is what he is. Which I get it to a point.
I mean, I get it too. He doesn't want anybody to be left out because that happened to me one year. I was like in the line and the guy left.
Well, get there earlier. Damn. No. But he could at least
say that with Derek.
He could at least say hi. How you doing today? You know what I mean? He could at least be a little.
Well, yeah, I get that. He can like, hey, how you doing? But at the same time, the longer you take to sit there and talk to somebody, it's
right. And I do think that some actors will talk more if their line is shorter.
Yeah, that's how it was with that's one thing I'll always appreciate about Sean Schimmel was the year that I sat in line to get a picture with him, Goku's voice actor from Dragon Ball. For those of you who are not weebs, I wore my Hodor shirt, and that was the weekend that happened was the weekend after they killed off Hodor.
They killed off Hodor. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. But yeah, and we sat there and he talked to me about it for a bit, which was cool. But also, I think about it. I'm like, did I cut anybody? Like, did somebody not get a picture with him because of me?
No, nobody gives a shit about Sean Schimmel. So no, I don't actually.
When they come, they usually have the longest lines. Sean Schimmel.
I do. I know that. I'm just kidding. But I would say no. He's out there quite a bit signing autographs. So
I know Sean Schimmel is one of the guys. He's like the Ranger. He goes to everything.
Right. I'm surprised he ain't been announced yet.
But he didn't come last year either.
No, I didn't go last year. It's too close to May.
Yeah. But he also said he also I think made an announcement he's slowing down. He's at that age he just wants to slow down a little bit because he used to do his voice acting every 5 days a week, but now he does it 3 days a week. He's like, I just want to slow down.
Oh, really?
He's like, we still get the work done. Instead of working 8 hours, I'll work 12 hours. I forget exactly how he put it, but he's like, I'll work longer those days, but I'm going to take it the next day off.
Right. No, that makes sense. I mean, as you get older, especially you're a voice actor.
Yeah.
But no, I'm why am I coughing? Great. Now another cold. Let me get a glass of water. I'm somewhat excited. I doubt if I'll spend money like for an actor so far. I mean, I've already met Lee.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna. I hate to say if Will Wheaton wasn't such a political activist, I'd probably want to meet him. But he is such a left-wing extremist. I would not.
Is he really?
Dude, I deleted when Trump got elected. I deleted him off of Twitter.
I did delete a lot of celebrities off of Twitter.
Oh, he was horrible. Like I don't care who. Like me, I don't care who you support, but he was one of the bad ones where it was like I just gotta delete you.
But I am anxious so far. I mean, like it was a good announcement. So if any of those have panels, I don't know if I don't know who else will have panels. That would be cool.
They don't
Zachary
announce
Levi.
they don't announce panels until like the week or two before,
Right.
anyways. And it's nice, I might go to like Zachary Levi or whatever, but I don't know. It's ever since I went to that one Star Trek panel, and it's exactly like the meme. I can't do it. They're asking these actors, stuff that only fans care about, and I at first I felt bad for the answers the people were getting from some of the actors, but I was like, these guys don't really care. A lot of them aren't. They're there for the money for the most part.
Right.
It was like, oh, who was it? It was like they asked. It was like, what if these two? He asked one of the actors, what would happen if these two empires that are in two different shows go to war, and this guy was in neither of these shows. It was like, this guy doesn't care. He wasn't in that show. It's whatever.
Well, this is last year's Comic-Con list. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of wish that they would add a little bit more. Like, where's the Wednesday people?
At better things to do.
I'm just saying. Get somebody.
They gotta be able to get money. It's Indiana. They're not gonna care. We're a flyover state.
I don't want to hear it's Indiana. We got Val Kilmer. I wish I'd have met Val Kilmer after I saw his documentary. I don't know. I would rather see.
I mean, I get what you're saying,
I
but
don't
at
want
the
to
same
see
time,
a
I know
bunch of
it's
voice
Indiana.
actors.
I don't care. They don't care.
I don't want to see a bunch of I don't want to see a bunch of voice actors because I don't care about voice actors. I want real celebrities. Bring a bunch of good people in, and then let me decide who I want. I mean, I might meet Bo Duke. Who knows? Yeehaw! That was my favorite show as a kid. But yeah, I don't know who these. I'm excited for it, honestly. I really hope that the panels, like the celebrity panels, not the no-name panels.
You're not even if you even go. Jeez.
I will go. It's in March.
You didn't go last time.
That's because it was a week before the Grand Prix in Indianapolis. This is March 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. So that'll be March 23rd. So I will be there because,
Okay. Well, I'm going to go again this year. I'm going to do my Han Solo cosplay that I've been doing every year. And it's an easy cosplay. I just put on some pants, a shirt, I got a vest, and I spent $20 on a holster with a blaster. Easy.
Well, there you go.
It's not even like his vest or pants or outfit, but you know what? I don't care.
I've seen this Tom Welling guy and stuff. I just don't know who he is.
Tom Welling. I gotta look at his face.
I've
seen him in a bunch of stuff.
I never watched Smallville, but he was Clark Kent.
I never did either. I heard it was good. It's one of the shows I wanted to watch, but it's like past that now for me.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know. I'm just saying I would like to see some variety of new people. Bring in people from The Office. They don't do nothing. They're throwing out first pitches of baseball games, for God's sakes. Why can't we get John Krasinski? He's
too big.
He's now, huh?
He's too big now.
Whatever.
Anyways, let's change topics. We've griped about Indiana Comic. We've heard old men griping about Indiana.
I'm not griping. I just would like some. I mean, get Rainn Wilson. Let's get some good people here. I'm just saying.
Well, you send in a complaint. Write an angry letter. That's what old men do.
Not complaining. I'm happy they have Steve Austin and Jamie Summers from $6 Million Man and Bionic Woman and Bo Duke. Those are exciting. I just said it was exciting. I just said we should have people more valid to the time. I would love to see like new Game of Thrones people, like the House of the Dragon people.
Oh yeah, I'd like to see them too. Um the king that died, or the any of the guy, like honestly anybody.
Yeah, I'm saying I think that would be cool too. That would that's what I
Heck,
mean
if
by
we
that.
could get a dragon, sold.
Heck yeah.
When did the dragons get here?
I don't know. It's just as long as it took for
To get pizza?
no to get winter to come. It took like all 9 seasons or whatever.
Speaking of, let's switch topics. Did you see the trailer for House of the Dragon?
I did not see the
Oh,
trailer.
it looks really good. We're gonna get some dragon on dragon action, and I don't mean like making baby dragon action. I mean like fighting, and not like the one in the ending, where the little kid died, where it's like a dragon the size of the Eiffel Tower versus a dragon the size of a puppy.
Right.
I'm saying more like the big dragons we saw.
Really?
And there's definitely gonna be fighting. I think they already confirmed the name of the first episode. Give me 1 second. Oh, come on. I'm finding Sun for a Sun, if that tells you anything. So I forget I know it's like red versus gold or black versus gold are like the factions that are going to be. So the one Rhaenyra's son was killed, so I wonder which son's going to die from the other side.
Is that how we ended it? The guy killed the kid, right?
He killed the young kid. The one guy killed the one kid.
Right, and he didn't mean to, kinda.
No, he didn't mean to. He was just kind of trying to scare him anymore. And the little dragon shot fire at the big dragon, and then the big dragon got pissed off and killed the little dragon, and the kid fell into the ocean.
Okay, there you go.
I don't remember any of the names. Like I had to look it all up.
I don't know them either.
I'd have to look up the names. I can't remember any of the names of the characters or even the dragons at this point. I'm bad at names.
Well, I couldn't do that with like the first season or so of Game of Thrones either.
True.
I mean, except Joffrey. Well, we knew who Joffrey was.
A lot of the first season of Game of Thrones, I knew the people I liked. Like I knew Jon right away, Ned, Robb.
Jon, Ned, Robb, Joffrey. Joffrey was already an a-hole.
Joffrey was already an a-hole. I can't think of the midget, the dwarf. I can't think of his name all of a sudden, but I knew his name. Tyrion. I knew Tyrion.
Call me elf one more time.
You're an angry little elf. But no, that trailer. There was a ton. I hate to say it, but there was a ton of trailers that came out recently. I'm gonna save the best one for last, but I'm gonna go over a few of them. I know we've talked about it before because they had like a teaser trailer, but they showed like a full trailer of Godzilla versus Kong: The New Empire. Looks interesting. Like,
it looks like a freaking cartoon, is what it looks like.
And I know we I don't want to say you crapped on the last one, but none of us really liked it.
I liked it. Is that the one that had the big fight and you could see everything, right?
Yeah. Is that
the one though where he goes and sits on the throne? I didn't. That was just stupid.
Yeah.
See, they should have cut that out. That was stupid.
Mm-hmm. But I had a friend. Speaking of Godzilla, we're at Godzilla -1, the Japanese one that just came out during World War II.
I hear it's good.
My friend went to that, and he said he went out and bought another ticket. It was that good. He loved it. And this isn't Baron. This is my friend in Texas. He loved it so much that he's I have to give them more of my money.
I just think it's so this new Godzilla Kong movie so CGI'd that it just looks like.
I don't care about the CGI. My big problem, and I know this is what you pissed off. What's his name at the last podcast? But it was all the night and the rain, and I can't see anything. And like when you do see Godzilla, it's just his feet or his tail. I'm like, I'm here for Godzilla. I'm not here for the sergeant in the military who's Heisenberg's son that knows how to do everything, apparently. He's an explosions expert who knows how to work on everything.
I get you. I agree with that. That first Godzilla sucked because he wasn't, and like that's the major complaint of that movie is there's there's nobody there. Like you can't.
Yeah.
He's not even in it. He's just a blurb on the radar.
Like the other ones were big, and I think didn't no the movie I watched Pacific Rim not too long ago. Oh my gosh, Pacific Rim is so good. They do it so much better. Even though they do the night fights, it's much better done.
I think night fights are lazy
Well, you know why they do it?
to hide imperfections.
Yeah, it's cheaper, especially
But
in the rain. It's cheaper
oh
on the
god, yeah, but
graphics
that
team.
second Godzilla was crap because it was all at night and in the rain, and the clouds they just hid everything.
Yeah, I didn't even know who they were fighting half the time.
I was so disappointed. Now Kong versus Godzilla. See, Kong was
That
in
wasn't that
daylight.
bad. Kong
Kong
versus
versus
Godzilla
Godzilla was good.
was good, and then Kong Skull Island. I liked Kong Skull Island too.
I did too. I thought that was really good.
But
But I
those
don't.
first two Godzilla movies were just poopy.
I just think that it looks just a little too. It's too. It's too CGI looking. It just really looks
Oh,
bad.
fun fact about that Godzilla -1, the new Japanese one that just came out. You want to know how much the budget, what a reported budget for that movie was?
No, no, I don't know
Six
what it is.
million dollars.
That's it.
That's it. It had
Why so
such a
cheap?
low. It just they didn't with how much you know how the Japanese are with that movie. The Japanese hate the American versions. Um, so they didn't think it was going to do that good, so they didn't give it a lot of budget. Apparently,
Oh, okay. Is that
and
movie
then
out now?
yeah, it's in theaters right now.
But it ain't in our theater because nothing
It,
ever comes to our theater.
I don't think it's in a theater. I think it was one of those like special releases or something.
It's
But I read that they are thinking about doing a wide release because it's been so popular.
but it's going to go up against itself if they do that.
I would put money on it that this one would beat the other one.
Oh, this is Godzilla. That doesn't come out till April. The New Empire.
Yeah, no, Godzilla -1. I would put money on it that it would beat itself.
Yeah, it just started December 1st. It just came out. No, it's in Kokomo.
Is it?
Yeah, actually, I could go tonight if I want to. It starts at 9:15. I don't feel like going to a movie and reading, no, dude. Japanese
You
spoken with English subtitles. Like, dub it over. I want to hear
good old days.
people dub it. Entertain me. Give it bad voices with voices that don't match the character. Yeah, it's
That's always
quite
the best part about the old Japanese ones, and the guy in the suit marching around.
well, for one Godzilla, they added like uh, Raymond Burr. Like they added scenes to the movie to
Really?
Americanize it. Yeah.
You remember the crappy 2000 one that came out in New
With
York?
Matthew Broderick. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like the next year, it was the Japanese released one called like or Godzilla 2000 or something. That one was so
Oh,
much better. That he
well,
was like
that one
fighting.
they
It,
set that one up, the American one up to be sequeled, and
I know. I thought I remember when that came. Remember the old where the Planet Fitness is in Kokomo. Remember that old toy store there?
uh huh.
I remember going there on my birthday to get a toy because my parents. I had like good grades or something. My parents were like, "You can go. We can go get a toy or something." No, no. It was I had. It was just my birthday, so we went and got because that's when the movie came out. So we went and got a toy, and I remember I got it was like a replica of that Godzilla, and it was so cool because I loved that movie when I was young. But
The bad one.
yeah, the bad one, I loved it. But as I got older, I realized how bad it was.
They riff tracked it.
I know,
There's a
but
riff track.
you got to think as a kid, you don't care about that. You care about if it looks cool. You don't care about good any. You're a lot more forgiving as a kid when it comes to movies.
I mean, that's true. There are movies I can't watch now that I enjoyed as a kid because they're terrible. But I saw Godzilla. I think we saw it at Disney. That's how big it was. That's how hyped it was. We went on a Saturday afternoon. I think we ate at the Planet Hollywood afterwards. Or something like that.
Oh, and then the next trailer that came out, the Mad Max Furiosa. That looks really good.
I didn't see that one.
You didn't watch the trailer? It looks really good. It's got Captain America. What's his name?
Henry Cavill.
No, not Captain America. Thor. Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
It has his brother in it.
Like other Hemsworth?
Yeah, the other Hemsworth, who's actually not half bad actor, but he's overshadowed by Chris.
Is he the one that cheated on Miley Cyrus?
I think so. Yeah. Oh, but he's in it. I can't think of her name, but there's a really famous actress is playing the young Furiosa. Also, Charlize Theron is revising her role as Furiosa.
Oh yeah, so Charlize Theron's in it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like her. She is a really great actress. Like she is the bit new like Sigourney Weaver in my mind.
Yeah,
the new like female
too. Like her boys dress up as girls or something.
It's the same thing that I just kind of don't care, and I enjoy their work at this point.
Just enjoy their work. That's about all you can do.
Yeah, and if they say something really dumb, that's when I'll like do something. Like what's his name? The guy that make the Quentin Tarantino. I will never see any of his stuff in theater again.
Why not?
It was right after or right before Hateful Eight came out. He said something about he said something really like negative against cops, and like even the police union is boycotting him.
Oh, okay.
It was like during all the like St. Louis stuff that was going on.
Is it Mad Max the Wasteland?
No, it's Mad Furiosa, a Mad Max saga.
Oh. Well,
they say that
Mad Max the Wasteland.
I don't know what that is. It's
got Tom Hardy and Chris Hemsworth. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Maybe that's it, but
it says Untitled Mad Max, sequel to the film Mad Max Fury Road.
That's the sequel to the Fury Road. This is the prequel about Furiosa.
That's a TV movie.
No. The one that just had the trailer come out is a prequel about Furiosa from the last movie. The one you see is the sequel they're working on to Mad Max Fury Road, with Tom Hardy as Mad Max. The one that I'm talking about, the new Mad Max that they just dropped the trailer, has nothing to do with Mad Max, other than it's set in the same universe and has Furiosa.
All right.
And it has the villain from the last one. I can't think of his name. Then another trailer that I am really excited but worried about is they released a trailer for Fallout. It's going to be it's all based off the Fallout video games, and it's an Amazon show. So my big worry is it going to be a woke piece of crap?
Why would it be a woke piece of crap? It's a video game. Oh, because The Last of Us was a woke piece of crap.
Last of Us, and then Amazon's the one that destroyed Lord of the Rings.
Oh, was that a piece of crap too? Huh?
Yeah, it was. It was okay. It wasn't. You could tell they were trying to be woke.
Oh, okay. I wish they were just entertained.
I know, but we're never going to go back to that at this point.
Yeah, I guess so.
Everything's going to have to have some sort of political agenda behind it.
Probably, sadly. And what else we got?
And then the big one that I wanted to talk about was they finally released the trailer for GTA 6. The new Grand Theft Auto finally got its trailer, which I am very excited for, and I was loving the trailer until the end. You want to know why I didn't like the ending of the trailer?
Please tell me. I'm on the edge of my seat. Can't take it
Because
anymore.
they guess when they said the releases
Next 2025.
25, and that's only
There's
for
no.
Xbox.
Hold on. Let me guess. It's because there's no PC version.
They did it, and that's a PC version. That's my big problem too. Like one, I can't. It's hard for me to get excited for a game that they're announcing 2 years out that we already knew was coming out and has been in development for almost a decade now. It's hard to get excited for that. Two, they had just like GTA 5, GTA 6 is not going to come out on PC until probably like a year later. And I don't have an Xbox. I don't have a PlayStation anymore. I don't have either of those
We
anymore.
had this discussion about buying an Xbox.
Yes, but I don't.
On a podcast episode.
All it's gonna do is sit there and be a $400 paperweight until I decide to play. I'll play one game on it, and then it'll be a $600 or $400 paperweight.
It's not $400.
Look it up right now. How much is an Xbox? The new Xbox.
An Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit! Serious, those are $500. We'll get a one. Yeah.
It won't
you
be
get a
on
one for $300. Less than $300.
It won't be on that. It'll only be on the new Xbox and everything.
It'll be on that one, I guarantee it. Xbox Series S, holiday console white, $249. I don't know. I don't play it, so I'm not paying $80 for a game.
It's $70 right now, but it might be $80 by the time that game comes out. And it's all because inflation, but it's not really inflation because they don't pay their employees anymore. So why should I pay them more?
Okay, so what else is coming out? Because I know there's a bunch.
Those are all. There was like just a big trailer release like day or something. So they don't really have any other ones that they announced that I can remember. At least I cared about.
Yeah, but I saw some in the movie for Napoleon. Didn't we see some new ones?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what trailers I saw during Napoleon.
I'm looking on.
Argyle. That looks interesting.
What's that about?
One sec. It's a movie about a writer where all of her stuff starts coming true. But it's got give me one moment. It's got Henry Cavill, Bryce Dallas Howard, Samuel L. Jackson, Bryan Cranston, John Cena. So basically everything she writes comes true. I feel like we've heard that before. But it's like the spies are trying to get her and everything. So it's like it looked really good. It looked cool and funny.
Oh, I know it. We saw. So there was Wonka. I saw that we went to see Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and they showed the trailer to Wonka.
I like the look of it, but my problem is I don't the what's his face? The
Timothy Chalamet.
The Oompa Loompa I don't care about.
Oh, you mean that guy's an a-hole too. I keep on hearing bad. Hugh Grant, he's like an a-hole.
Yeah.
He's like a jerk.
Like why they're all complaining about, putting people in their roles like not, whitewashing it. But here they are saying it's okay to, put a regular sized person in a
instead of an Oompa Loompa size, like a little person.
Instead of putting a little person in the role, they put a big person and then just CGI him.
Right.
And apparently that's okay.
Yeah. I'm not.
And I feel like that will be the reason I don't go see the movie in theater.
I remember seeing that one. I do want to see the Iron Claw, although I haven't seen a trailer for it. Actually, I have seen a trailer for it. It's about the Von Erich brothers. Kevin, Carey, David Von Erich. They were wrestlers in the 80s. They all offed themselves.
Oh, why'd they do that?
They were just one way or another. It's tragedy.
CTE.
It's a tragic story about wrestling family. It's a true story. Zac Efron, my man crush, is in it. He plays Kevin Von Erich.
No, you
Jeremy
sent me a
Allen.
GIF of him today.
Huh?
You sent me a GIF of him
I
today at work.
did. Jeremy Allen White is in it as well. He plays Kerry Von Erich, and he looks like Kerry Von Erich. He was in Shameless, and he's in The Bear.
The Bears.
No, The Bear.
The Bears.
And then some guy named Harris Dickinson. I don't know who that is.
Harris Dickinson. What a name.
Harris Dickinson.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so it's about the Von Erichs. It's the true story of the inseparable Von Erich brothers who made history in the intensely competitive world of professional wrestling in the early 80s. They were huge in Texas. They were all from Texas. So, like, they would go wrestle, like, where the Cowboys played at Texas Stadium.
Huh.
So, it looks really good. It looks really, really, really good. So, plus it's got Zac Efron. That comes out the 22nd. So, Aquaman comes out that day.
I don't care about Aquaman.
You and you're going to protest because. So hold on a second. So who did I just say? Oh, you'll go see a movie with Charlize Theron, who's trying to gender change her kids, but you won't go see Aquaman because Amber Heard took a crap on the sheets in the bedroom.
She abused him.
Okay, so what Charlize doing? Charlize Theron isn't abusing her children.
I plead the fifth.
Your argument is invalid, sir.
I plead the fifth.
You should go see it just to save the DC universe.
The DC universe already got reset. Blue Beetle's the new one of the new series. Speaking of DC, I just watched the Suicide Squad again, the new one. Oh, I love that movie. It's so funny.
It is really good, yes.
And then I think I'm going to start watching Peacekeeper again.
Peacemaker,
my bad.
That's
I always
a great
say
show.
that for some reason. Peacekeeper instead of Peacemaker.
Oh, The Boys in the Boat. I don't know about that. That kind of looks like a modern day Chariots of Fire. It's a George.
Oh, that movie, that looks interesting.
It does look interesting, but I don't think I'm going to go to the movies to see it.
Oh, I won't either. It just it piques my interest because I'm all about when the Olympics come around, my patriotism boner comes along.
It looks good. I'm not going to lie. It looks like a good movie, but it's not a movie I'm going to go see at the movies, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I just think we're down for a while. I mean, Mean Girls, which they should have never remade, in my opinion.
I can't believe they're remaking Mean Girls.
They should.
I mean, I guess I can believe it because, money, but I also can't believe it because
I just think we're going to be. I mean, I think the reason. So movies like, and I'm going to predict this. So The Boys in the Boat, Ferrari, The Color Purple, the Iron Claw, those are coming out because Craw. The Iron Claw. Not Craw. Craw. So, Mr. Craw. Sorry, that's from Get Smart. Those are going to be Oscar-winning movies. Huh?
I forgot about Get Smart.
No, the TV show. Not the stupid movie with Steve Carell.
Oh.
There was a guy, his name was Mr. Claw. He was a bad guy, right? He was part of Chaos. And he would always call himself Mr. Craw. So Maxwell Smart would always call him Mr. Craw. So, Mr. Craw, not Craw, Craw. But anyway, I think all of those movies are going to be Oscar runners. Iron Claw, Color Purple, Ferrari, The Boys in a Boat. Because those...
every time we say Boys in a Boat, I think Boys in the Hood.
I thought Man in the Boat is what I was thinking of.
Life of P?
Like what?
Is Boys in the Boat like Life of P?
Life of Pi?
Yeah.
I don't know. But those are Oscar. They do that so they make Oscar runs in March. That's why they put them out at the end of the year, because it gives them in for an Oscar bid. That's my prediction.
Yep.
And then you got The Waitress. Is that right?
But that looks good.
With what's her name? Sarah Bareilles.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a nut job too. But I love her music.
Mm-hmm. They're in Hollywood. They're all nut jobs.
Yeah, I
Chris.
know, right? But I mean, holiday season movies actually the next month. Well, from now till the end of the year looks really good. I'll stay busy, so
Yeah.
I'll probably go see Ferrari on Christmas Day because I'll be able to go on Christmas Day. Um, and then Aquaman and the Iron Claw that's a toss up. That's like 3 movies in 4 days, dude. Because I could go Thursday, Friday, or I could go Friday, then Saturday, then Monday
Mm-hmm.
for those movies. I could go Friday night and go see the Iron Claw. Saturday, go to what's the other one? Aquaman.
Yep.
And then Christmas Day, go see Ferrari.
There's just a lot of movies coming out right now, which is I like it. It shows me that the COVID is done. Like the COVID drought might be is
Right.
ending.
Oh yeah, we're firing back up. That's for sure.
We're just gonna hit a writer's strike drought. I think next year or the year after, probably.
I think there was a lot of movies in the can. They've delayed some movies because of that.
Yeah, a lot of them got delayed, but I think there might be some that I know they delayed a lot, like a 6 months or something like that. That we're supposed to I can't think of the movie. Like a lot of the Marvel movies got delayed a little bit, and they're blaming the writer's strike for it. But I think it's mostly because of
They're
how
shitty.
bad they've been the last few years. The only one that did not get delayed was Deadpool. Deadpool is the only Marvel movie coming out next year.
That's because he does it himself. And
Yeah,
is that coming out like next summer?
yeah, it's coming out in the summer.
Okay, so I was just getting ready to ask that. So the Kong and Godzilla, that's obviously opening up like spring summer blockbuster because it comes out in April, right?
Yep.
So what? I haven't seen any other. I don't know what else is like. I'm gonna be surprised by what comes out. Like I'll see a trailer and go, "Ooh, that looks cool," instead of knowing way ahead of time.
Yeah, my problem right now, mostly because I don't have have cable, is I don't pay attention, and I don't have X or Twitter anymore. I don't know what movies are coming out anymore.
I don't want to know. I like the idea. It's like going. It's like being a kid again, and you
You're
see
right.
when you go to the movies, you see the trailer, and that's what you're excited about. I don't want to know way ahead of time. I don't want people trying to figure out spoilers. I don't
Well,
like remember when Star Wars came out and everybody saw the Boba Fett flag and they're like, "Oh, it's Boba Fett." Like he wasn't even in the movie.
and I feel like they put stuff. And Star Wars is known for it, putting stuff in the posters and the trailers that don't, have anything to do with the actual movie.
Right.
So
So I'm optimistic for summer movies. Is
I'm
Dune
too.
coming out this summer? Because that's one.
No, Dune got delayed to next year, I think.
Oh,
Oh yeah, no, it
darn.
did get. It was supposed to be out already. It got delayed to next, I think, spring.
Is it spring? Great, another movie I won't see.
Shut up.
That they have Timothée Chalamet in it as well.
He's like the next big thing. Or they're trying to make him the next big
Boy,
thing.
they
It
are really
seems.
pushing him to be the next big thing, aren't they?
Yeah, and you know what? Good for him. I'm happy for him. But
It ain't ever gonna happen.
yeah, I'm
Like
not gonna.
it's like pushing Machine Gun Rick Kelly as the singer, in my opinion.
Machine Gun Rick Kelly.
Huh?
Machine Gun Rick Kelly.
I'm just saying.
I know what you're saying. I agree. He's an industry plant. What was he? What did he get his start? Like I can't even think of what movie he started in.
When he in the original Dune?
No, the original
Yes.
Dune. He wouldn't even been born yet.
No, the first shitty Dune that came out a couple
Yeah,
years ago.
but where did he? Was he one of the kids from It or Stranger Things?
No, he wasn't in Stranger Things.
movie? What did he get a start in then? Like, what was his breakout? Because
I'm looking.
I knew he was in some. I knew him before the first.
Oh, he was in Little Women. That was actually a good movie. He was just a bit actor. He was in Interstellar. He was Tom at 15 Years. The Admiral Diaries, Love the Coopers, Call Me by Your Name, Lady Bird. Shit. He's just been a bit actor. He's just been in stuff. He was in Don't Look Up.
Maybe that's why I feel like I know him so well, because he's been in so many small roles throughout the years.
Yeah, and that could be. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of these movies. I
You know,
did see
good
Little
for him. He's put in the work, and if that's the case, he's put in the work. But I also feel like he's an industry plant because they're pushing him so hard anymore.
He was Laurie in Little Women. That was a good movie, though.
I never saw it. I don't
Greta
think.
Gerwig version.
No.
It's got Saoirse Ronan and Emma Watson and Florence Pugh. That's actually a good movie. That's not a bad movie.
Every time you say Greta Gerwig, you know who I think of?
Greta Gerwig, who?
Greta Thunberg.
Really, Greta Thunberg?
I don't know why, but anytime you say her name, I think of the
Greta Thunberg,
the fake activist.
Barbie. So.
Oh, I know. I really want to see Barbie.
It's really good. It's coming on the Max soon, ain't it?
Yeah, I know it's sooner rather than later.
I bet you it comes out close to Christmas.
Yeah, I bet it will be.
But yeah, they're really pushing this Timothy Chalamet guy for some reason.
Well, it's the same thing. They do that with a lot of actors. So, like, they'll start pushing them, and then they'll see how they work out. Like, what's his face with the late night show? What's his name?
Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, Fallon. They tried to make a big thing there for a minute, like a big actor.
Yeah, but Fever Pitch is a great movie. Not gonna lie.
Never seen it. I don't think.
You ever seen Fever Pitch? It's about a guy who's a Red Sox fan. Gina, my ex-wife Gina, says the movie's about me, except it's Red Sox and not the Indy 500.
But you like the Red Sox.
I do like the Red Sox. It helps that I like the Red Sox, but like he in the movie, so he it's not baseball season, right? So it's winter. He's the winter guy, so his focus is less on baseball than anything else, right? So he meets Drew Barrymore. So he tries to. He's like admitting that he's like an alcoholic, except he's a Red Sox fan. He's like, I am a Boston Red Sox fan. She goes, I know. I've been to your apartment. I've seen the Red Sox, the sheets and posters and Yankee toilet paper. And she says, it's like you live in a gift shop. And the first time Gina heard that line, she was just like, oh my God, that's you. So it is a really, really good movie. And it sounds just like me. I guess I can relate to it. But yeah, I see that. I would rather see him give Zac Efron more dramatic roles. I think that, and Jeremy Allen White is really a good actor. Like I said, he was in Shameless. He's in The Bear. Now he's in The Iron Claw. That guy's a really good actor too. So I would love to see those kinds of guys, get a chance. But I don't know.
The one thing is like and I'm happy about it. There's not a lot of, other than Aquaman. There's not any real comic book movies. Like, the only comic movies coming out this year I can think of are Aquaman and Deadpool.
Is that it?
Oh, can you think of any others?
No, I cannot.
There we go.
Joker comes out. The Joker sequel.
If it's anything like the last Joker, I don't want to say I don't think of it as a comic book movie.
It really isn't.
It's just, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I see it. I see it as a comic book movie, but not at the same time.
That doesn't come out. That doesn't come out until the fall, so that's not even a summer blockbuster.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a good movie. I'm looking forward to that one. I like the way this is the way it should be. I like the way that they're. I don't know if this is it. I mean, is it the DC universe where they are. I mean, you have this and you have the Batman, and they're all just people.
Yeah, that's the DC.
But you know what I mean?
Hmm.
They're not even like the bad guys. Like they had the Penguin and the Riddler. Like they introduced the Riddler, right? In the Batman,
Yeah,
and
and he's just a guy.
he's just a guy. And Batman is just a guy. He's the detective, and the Joker is just a crazy person who can't get his meds.
Mhm.
So it's
Then
like they're
also in DC, you have literal gods.
right. But I like the idea. Do you think these movies are working because they're normal people
Yes,
of all
because
movies?
we talked about this with Batman, because Batman did so well because it was a detective movie. Yes, it
Yes.
was set in Gotham. Yes, it was Batman, but it was a oh my gosh, I can't speak, detective movie
Right.
in the grand scheme of it all. It was about him trying to figure out who's killing people.
Like Aquaman comes out, right? Its budget is over $200 million. Is it going to make it back?
No, I
I
don't
don't
think
think so
so.
either. Sadly,
I think there's a lot of people excited for it. And I think that's a good thing. But at the same time, there were a lot of people excited for the Flash, and nobody went to see the Flash for some reason.
nobody went to see the Flash.
And
No.
I know I'm speaking out my butt again for supporting the Flash with what happened, but for him being a groomer. But
It was a
Flash
good
was a good
movie.
movie. Everyone talked about how good it looked, and nobody went to the theater.
Right. I agree with that. I agree with that. And like I said, this, and you said this, you won't see this, but it does look good. This Aquaman does look good.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I think it looks good. It's just ever since all the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard stuff came out, I said I would never go to one of her movies. Like, is that what you got to admit? You got to agree with me on that. If it was a guy in her spot, he would be out. He would never be in a Hollywood movie again. They would have just like the Army of the Dead movie on Netflix. They would have CGI'd him out of there.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. You can't ever tell. Depends on if they're drinking the Kool-Aid. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're not drinking the
there
Kool-Aid.
is
Well,
if they're on
I mean,
Epstein's list.
the flight list. What's his name? They the Flash. They pretty much canceled him out. So I mean, a lot of people boycotted that movie.
I think that's a big reason that movie flopped too, was everything that came out about him
But I
being a
think
groomer.
they're very selective over who they cancel.
Yeah, because I think he wasn't part of the inner circle,
No,
so
I saw
they were okay getting rid of him.
who was it? There's a voice actress. I can't remember who she is. She's like big name. She does a lot of stuff. And I
Name
saw
something
her on
she's
a
in.
pod. I saw her on a podcast on TikTok, and she was talking about not drinking the golden juice. Like she was offered it, and I can't remember her name. It's not like Amanda Pete, but it's somebody like that. I don't remember.
Go. What do you
Uh,
mean
uh,
she didn't drink the Kool-Aid?
that's what she said. She didn't drink the golden Kool Aid. She was offered it, but she did not want to drink it. And she could have been Hollywood elite, and she refused.
That's probably why they're making what's his face from Wonka so big. He drank the Kool-Aid.
Oh, oh, you can see people like. Did you see the blow up of what's her name, Sabrina Carpenter? She made a video in a Catholic church.
No.
Okay, so she was in Girl Meets World, which was the sequel to Boy Meets World, right?
Yeah.
And now she's a singer. She opened for Taylor Swift in a few of her things. She made a video in a Catholic church, and there's like blood and violence and like sexual
Why'd they
things.
even allow that?
Well, yeah, it was in a church in
Me
New
knowing
York,
the Catholic Church, they wouldn't. Okay, that makes sense.
right? But they didn't say the priest is like he's under investigation for letting them film it. And
Well, the Catholic Church does not really like the American Catholic Church. I'll be
no,
honest with
but
that.
still, so she's like, "What's the big deal?" It's just art. And it's like, okay, so she's drank the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, she is part of that group now.
Yeah, I would say she is, especially if she's open for Taylor Swift. I would say she's part of the.
I don't want to say it, but I think I've drank the Kool-Aid on that Taylor Swift is that. You remember that video you posted a while back about how she's like a witch or something?
Yeah.
I think I drank that Kool-Aid.
Tara Strong is that girl's name, Chris.
Oh yeah, she blew up all this. Like she came out of left field.
But she's the one who said she did not drink the Kool-Aid.
Oh,
she was offered it.
She blew up there for a minute though.
Right, but yeah, she was in like Killing Joke, it looks like, and she voiced Harley Quinn. But she was offered the Kool-Aid, the Hollywood Kool-Aid, and she did not take it. There's a TikTok about it. There's a video. She was on a podcast about it.
If you find it, send it to me.
Yeah, I will. But she refused it. She didn't want it. So yeah, she was in the Killing Joke. She voiced it. She voice acted. She was a voice actress for the
that movie. Was I knew what I was getting into, and I went and saw that in theaters, and I don't know why I didn't know what I was.
That's a good cartoon though. Yeah,
it is. It is good, but I went in there thinking something different, and when I watched it, even though I knew what it was going into it.
She was Harley Quinn in the Batman Arkham City video game too.
She was. I think she was one of the original voice actors for Harley.
Yeah, she's been in Loki, Teen Titan Go, Scooby Doo. She just does a lot of voice acting.
She's big in the voice acting realm.
Yeah, she's huge. She's My Little Pony. She does Minions, Young Justice. She's Timmy Turner. Timmy Turner. Scene 2. Teen Titans Go. She's just done a lot of animation, which is good for her. But
she's staying relevant and building her own fan base.
That's exactly right. Yeah, she's real popular. I mean, I know who she is, and I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That says a lot. If I know who it is, then she's pretty big. But yeah, she was offered the Hollywood Kool-Aid and she turned it down. So good for her. Yeah, I think a lot of the movies in canceled and who isn't, who is plays heavily on whose movies get canceled or not. So sadly, because I think that'll happen because, like you said, you're not going to go see Aquaman for that reason, but you'll go see other movies. It makes no sense. And then in the Hunger Games, have you seen the Hunger Games? You talked about going to see it.
No, we decided against it. We decided to do something different.
Good, because Rachel Zegler's in that, and you need to cancel her out too.
What'd she do?
She's anti-Semitic. She's the one that got fired from the Scream movies.
Oh, aren't most actors anti-Semitic now that the cool thing is to be for Palestine?
It is. I guess it is cool to be anti-Semitic, but isn't half of Hollywood made up of Jewish people?
All the big name people are Jewish.
Right. So that makes no sense. I mean, anything that you say against somebody's religion is horrid. I think you should lose your job over it you deserve that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially what's going on with the Jews in Israel, and you can't side against Jewish people.
I feel bad for what's happening to the civilians, but they're the ones that voted them into power.
That's right. And now they're trapped.
Yep. And then if they wanted, it's just I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because there'll be a bomb in my.
I know, right? You're gonna blow your house up like that guy did yesterday in Arlington.
Or like what they did to when they threatened Family Guy in South Park.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna stop now.
But no, you're right. I agree. There's a lot of horrible things going on. But she came out with some anti-Semitic things, and she got fired from the Scream movie.
But Kanye said anti-Semitic things, and he got canceled.
Yep. I mean, so there you go. I mean, but
it's because the Kardashians said to cancel him.
Is that why? Are they? I don't know.
They're part of the elite. All they did was make a porno, and now they're famous.
No, that wasn't she. He didn't make it. That was she did that with Ray J.
No, that's why she's famous, though. She made
Oh
a
yeah,
porno.
of course it is. Duh. Um, but so they fired Rachel Zegler from. Oh, Rachel Zegler, and she's isn't she? Is that her or no? Is Rachel Zegler. That's the one. She's not in Scream, is she? She's the one that was in. Um, she was doing uh, she was doing the Snow White. That's who it is. That's not the same person.
Oh, she has single-handedly like destroyed that movie too.
That's not the same person. That's not the Scream girl. I misrepresented. I apologize,
It's
Rachel
funny
Zegler.
because she's working with a Jewish lady, Gal Gadot. At least she was in the IDF.
It's not her. Hang on. It's
Oh,
uh. Hold on, I'm looking. Maybe she was in the new one, Scream 6. Maybe it was Melissa Barrera. She's getting canceled, not Rachel Zegler. Rachel Zegler got canceled because she ruined Snow White. Let's see here. Who got Sarah? Who got fired from Scream 7? Yeah, Melissa Barrera. She's the one. But then Jenna Ortega left too. Because Melissa Barrera, she's the one. We need to cancel her because she was the one. She showed her support to Palestine. Jenna Ortega followed suit. Rachel Zegler is the one that's ruining Snow White and everything beautiful about it. I don't know. They all should be canceled if that's what they're going to do. Just make me a movie. Just entertain me. That's not a lot to ask for, is it?
nope.
I just want to be, entertained for 90 minutes at a minimum.
Speaking of, I think it's about time to wrap this up.
We can wrap it up.
Sorry, we can't really get into another topic now. We're at time.
Although I did see I did go see Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
How was that in theaters?
Dude, it was so much fun. And then they add the certain parts of the movie that everybody quotes. They add the lines to the bottom of the screen so you can say them out loud. So people in the theater were saying them out loud. Like,
That's
you got
hilarious.
2 empty halves of coconuts and you're banging them together. So everybody was doing the dialogue in the movie with it. And a lot of people would, and even at the beginning of the movie, they were announced, we're doing this. You can enjoy and say the dialogue with the movie. Even if you, and they said, even if you know the dialogue and we don't show it, just say it out loud anyway. Just have fun. So it was really cool. I enjoyed it a lot. Everything's better on the big screen, obviously. So, but if anything, if Life of Brian ever comes around, I definitely want to go see that at the theater.
I love Life of Brian.
That's
Dickus.
what we need. No more Wodgers, Waterwicks, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's like, oh, thank you for the gold and the or was it? Thank you for thank you for the gold and the frankincense. You can forget about the myrrh next time, though. What's his name? Oh, his name? His name's Brian. All hail, Brian.
I got his shoe or his sandal.
Yeah, you got a sandal. Oh man, that movie's so funny. But they will never show that because the whole part with the people's front of Judea, where the one guy wants to have babies. Can't have babies. You're a man. I want to have babies. That'll never happen. They canceled. They canceled it. I think they would make them edit that out if they wanted to show that. The whole scene with the people, the PFJ, People's Front of Judea.
But it's so funny. Why can't we just laugh at stuff and not be offended about
Not
stuff?
canceled. I agree. Oh, somebody wanted to cancel. Real quick, Ricky Gervais. he put. See, he said uh, uh, he was doing Make-A-Wish videos, right? Especially during COVID, he did a lot. And Make-A-Wish is you make a wish if you're terminally ill. He's like, he's like, why didn't you wish not being sick? What are you, retarded? And he goes, that is a joke. Like, that's just humor. I
If
don't
you're
even say
asking
the.
for a Make-A-Wish from Ricky Gervais, you know what you're getting yourself into.
Well, no,
Let's
this
be
is the
honest.
stand-up, right? So
Oh,
so he goes, that was a joke. He's like, I don't even say the R word. That's terrible. You should never say the R word. He says, then he's like, I'm just a character up here. So to tell me I'm a horrible person and mean because I make fun of people who are terminally ill or have disabilities is like saying to Sir Anthony Hopkins, he said, I do my job well. It's convincing because I'm good at my job. He's like, that's like saying Sir Anthony Hopkins that you believe that he has actually Hannibal Lecter and you don't want to hang around him because he may be a cannibal. And I'm like, damn, he just hit the nail on the head with that. They're comedians. They're jokes. That's not who they are. Any different than a movie actor is who they are. But I thought it was a funny joke, honestly. But I'm a bad person, probably.
you are. No, I'm joking. Anyways, thank you for listening to another episode of Hoosier Nerds Podcast. You can catch us at Hoosier Nerds on Facebook, Pod Nerds on Twitter, or X, whatever. You can watch and listen to us at YouTube. You can listen to us at your favorite podcasting sites, iTunes, TuneIn, and Spotify, and lastly,
Spotify and
Amazon. Did I say Amazon? Amazon, TuneIn, iTunes, Spotify. There you go.
There you go. That's all of them.
And now you know who your nerds are.
That's us.
Apparently.
Rhythm.